I just talked to a millionaire couple for an hour, and we talked about exactly how they make seven figures every single year and how they're going to turn that into eight figures over the next 4 years. And it got me thinking. Every day I talk to ambitious entrepreneurs who are really ready to change their lives and have financial freedom. But I also hear from so many people that they don't think that they can and that they have no hope and they have no idea how to do it. The answers are right in front of you. I'll tell you what I saw in this couple that I think sets them apart, what makes them millionaires and not just dreaming about it, is that they have incredible ambition, but they just simply executed on that ambition. They experimented on things they thought would work. They had a thesis, an idea, and they executed on it. And sometimes those things would work and sometimes they wouldn't. And the things that worked, they would double and triple down on. I know, right? Simple. It's simple. It's really that simple. I was trying to find something that I could bring back and say, this is like this magic thing that only a few people can understand and get. And if you're this person, you'll get it. But truly, that's what it came down to. I was running the numbers, I was taking mad notes as they were giving me the information. And all I thought was, this is a couple that could be anybody. They are very charismatic, they are very friendly, they are very knowledgeable. Those are important. But they're also human and they're also like so many of us. And they're making high seven figures every single year. So, what do we do? How do we get there? How do we go from where we are today to getting more of what we want? The first step is to understand that we can and why we should. If you don't understand your why and you don't have a mindset shift that tells you, I actually can do this, this is possible. There's not there's not this evil group out to get me. If we can have that shift, then all things are possible. And I know this myself. I used to be homeless just 9 years ago. I was sleeping on the floor of the San Francisco airport. And today I have generated millions of dollars in these 9 years. And I've also earned and raised millions of dollars. So I've raised millions on top of earning. I'm more and more and more proud of the earning, of course. And that's what I try to teach you in these videos. But this couple, they had this understanding of themselves that it's just numbers on a screen. It's not something that somebody else is supposed to only get. Like they're not in a scarcity mindset. You hear that all the time. They're in an abundance mindset. And I know these words are thrown around a lot. And it may even have you rolling your eyes or wanting to click off because you're like, just tell me how to get the money in the bank. But I promise you, as someone who has gone through this, as someone who studies and works with millionaires and even billionaires like Mark Cuban every single day, the mindset in these people and in myself is off the charts. It is something where they wake up every single day and they're ready. They wake up every single day and they understand that this part of the world is theirs. They're not trying to step on other people. They're not trying to get more than what they need. They are going after this abundance of there is enough for all of us and we just have to look over. I think one way of looking at this, if you're still on the fence about that, is think about who the top five richest people in the world are, or even the top five richest people in America. Think about how much wealth they have. Look it up. They have billions and billions and billions of dollars, hundreds of billions, if not more, combined. And that's five people. So I don't care how much money they have. I'm not trying to take their money away. But what I will tell you is we deserve a lot more. So that's why we're doing this. In the comments, write, we deserve a lot more. Or say, you're right. I hear you. I'm still with you. because that is the energy that you have to have. That's the mindset you have to have. If you don't do that part, any other steps don't matter. And I'm going to put my foot down here and I'm going to tell you this is a part you normally skip, which is why you're not where you want to be. This is a part that you normally skip, which is why you're not where you want to be. The next step is that we're going to think about how and what we are going to offer someone. And that can be for anything. That's how you start any company, by the way. Any company. You could start a coaching business, you could start a CPG company where you're selling products and items, an e-commerce where you're doing that online and it's someone else's product or it's your product. You could design something, you can invent something, you can have a software that you put out into the world, or you could just create the offer of you, right? You, because we're talking about you becoming money. When I was sleeping on the floor of the San Francisco airport, and even before that, when I was teaching myself how to become a venture capitalist, I didn't have anybody that could mentor me because nobody around me knew how to do that. What I would do is I would read books every single day. I would get as much information and knowledge as I could online. I would do research. I would look at YouTube. I would do as much research 10, 12 years ago as possible because what I could control when I couldn't control how much money, how much food I got or how many times a week I got to eat, what I could control was how much information I had. Every single day I could learn. And I made that promise to myself. I said, no matter what happens on any given day, if I don't have a place to live, if I'm feeling down, if something is out of my control, which most of it is, I will control what I learn. I will control the fact that I'll know more today than I did yesterday, and I'll know less today than I will tomorrow. That was really, really important. So that's me becoming money, and that's how you can. That's one way. One way is to get that information, get that mindset shift, then get the information, study, study. If you say, I don't know what to offer, this is the hardest part. I don't know what to offer. That's what I'm hearing from you. I don't know what that is. That's the blocker. What I want you to do is I want you to study. I want you to look at hours and hours and hours of YouTube footage. I want you to read. I want you to listen to podcasts. I want you to go out and talk to people. I want you to look at what is something that you're interested in. And even if you don't already have a skill that you think is valuable, learn a skill that you think is valuable. Learn a skill. Okay. Learn it because you can. You have that within your control. Become money, become valuable, become the asset. It may not happen overnight for you because you have to spend these hours researching and learning and planning and putting the skills together. But it won't happen at all if you don't do that, if you don't have something to offer, because that step two is have something to offer someone else that they would pay for. Then step three is find a vehicle that helps you drive traffic. So think of an actual vehicle. You're driving people towards your offer. Drive traffic to the offer. What's a great example of that? YouTube. YouTube is a magnificent way. It's a free way. And in fact, sometimes you get paid to use it to have people who didn't know you before become part of your audience. And then over time, the more you produce, the more content people see, the more they trust and like you, the more likely they are to buy from you or to consume something from you. It may happen that same day. This is what happens with me. I'll get a message inside of some sort of offer that I have, and I'll ask, how did you find me? And today, 90% or so of the people who respond say, I found you on YouTube. I watched you on YouTube. And sometimes they say, I found you today on YouTube. And even more common is they'll say, I found you a few weeks ago on YouTube. And then I watched several of your videos and I got to know you. And I knew that I had to join this offer because they got to know me over several hours worth of footage of having conversations just like this. Do you think that this is hard to do? It's the part that's hard to do is to starting it, is to putting myself out there, is to getting up every single day and saying, I'm going to put a video out no matter what's going on in my life. I'm going to say something to the people of value. That's the hardest part. Turning the computer on and pressing record and, maybe not having, everything figured out, that part's not hard. The part that's hard is the action, the momentum that you have to take. That fortification and that fortitude in your mind of, I'm going to do this because I said I was going to do that. So you're going to take, it could be YouTube, it could be LinkedIn where you're just typing or doing a video, it could be X where you're just typing, TikTok, Instagram, it could be email, like you're just building your list, it could be in person, it could be like door to door. Like, man, if you want something to happen, this is how you make it happen. I've seen it every single day. Like every single day I log on to the internets and I see a different example of someone who said, you know what? I'm tired of this status quo. I'm tired of being broke all the time, or I'm tired of like my 9 to 5, even though it's making me good money. I want something more. And then they do something more to get something more. Put it in the comments. They do something more to get something more. If you're still with me, then you're going to send that traffic to your offer and you're going to find a way to have conversations, to nurture, to continue to remind people of the value. Now, here's the biggest secret, and I saved the biggest secret for maybe last, maybe not. Here's the biggest secret. You ready? Okay. You're going to give away as much valuable information that you have learned as humanly possible. There is a reason that I go on YouTube every single day and I record videos that are 5 to 60 minutes long and I give away the answers. I tell you how to do stuff. There are people that I will never, ever meet or know about who will make millions of dollars because of something I'm teaching them. There are already people who are making millions or making 6 figures or 5 or 4 figures. Every single day, I get messages from people, and I will never make money from that. There is a reason I do that. There are 2 reasons. One reason is I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I want to be a key maker. Write the word key maker in the comments if you're still with me. I want to be a key maker. And I want as many people as possible to prosper and to have the lives they want and deserve. It's incredibly important to me that that happens. The second reason is because just like I'm teaching you, it is tried and true. It has been worked on in the past by more than just me, but it's helped me multiple times. That the more information I give out for free, the more money I generate on a yearly basis. Because people see what I give out for free, it helps build trust and understanding of my expertise. And then there's some people who want more of that, or they want closer proximity to me. So they want a different vehicle. They want to get to me faster, or they want to get to the answer faster, or they want to get to the outcome faster, or they want more of it, right? That is the key. So you give out for free all the information, you just tell them how to do it, what to do, let's go. And then there will be some people who are like, can you help me implement that? Can you help me do that? Or can you do that for me? Right? I talk about my framework of teach, show, or do. Teach, show, or do. You can teach someone and maybe you have a course or you maybe have a workshop or you do a live thing or you have a book and people will pay for that. You can show them. So maybe you get on Zoom and you work with them one on one and you show them exactly what they're supposed to do and maybe people will pay for that. Or you can do, which is they have a problem, you have a solution, you do that solution for them and they pay you for it. Great example is I'm having a landing page created right now from someone on Fiverr. And I could have gone on YouTube and taught myself how to create the landing page because they're kind of easier to do these days. I could have gone on a Zoom call with that person and they teach me how to do it step by step while I'm on the call with them. Or I'll do what I just did, which is I just paid them money, whatever price they asked for. I just paid them money and they said, okay, in 5 days, you will have the thing that you want. So if you're just starting out, one of the biggest things, the biggest hacks is you find a pain point for someone and then you just offer to do it for them for a price. And you creep the price up little by little over time. Every time you have 2 or 3 sales, you say, okay, I'm going to charge more now. So if you have an expertise, or even if you're just learning how to do something, do somebody's copywriting, write somebody's website, make somebody's website. Or if you know how to do something and it's easy for you, but it's like a pain for someone else or a hassle or it takes time, charge them for it and do it for them. That's how you do it when you're starting out. You just do it for them. Another way, if you're starting out or if you're just kind of switching and pivoting in life, is you could say, actually, I'm going to jump on a Zoom call with you for an hour and we're going to go through all of this. And I'm going to just teach you everything I know that'll help you in your situation. And that'll cost this amount of money. And then you do that over and over and over again until you reach a certain point where you're like, okay, I've made a lot of money here and I'm going to move on and I'm going to do this less one on one and I'll do it more so with a lot of people at once. There's someone right now I'm thinking of who is making an offer that I'm helping her with. And she has 3 options. And it basically is my teach, show, or do framework. The first option costs $300, and that's where she gives you the templates and the guides that you can read yourself and you can kind of plug and play to create something that helping you with. The second option is she'll get on a call with you and do a deep dive on your particular situation, and she'll tell you exactly how to implement that in the finished product. Then she'll do a follow-up call just to make sure that you don't have any questions after you've implemented. And that's $600. And then I asked her, I said, can you do this final version that's $1,000 that is just simply you will do it for them? And she said, absolutely no problem. So the $1,000 offer is that she is doing things. She's going to take maybe 30 minutes, get on a call. Somebody tells them what they need for that specific thing. In this case, it's a membership. She's going to say, okay, I know what you need. I'll take the kind of stuff that you have here and I'll make it. In a week, it'll be up. It's ready. I'm going to hand it to you on a silver platter. You didn't have to do anything. And some people will buy the 300, some people will buy the 600, and some people will buy the 1,000. And then she'll offer that over and over again until she gets to the point where she's like, I don't want to do it for you anymore. I've made enough money where I can invest more in myself and I have savings and I'm paying the bills. I don't want to do it for you anymore. It's too much. So I'm either going to hire somebody to do that for me and I'll split the money with them, or I'm going to shut down that part of it and I'll just focus on the one to many, right? That's an option. And that's a path I see people take all the time. I take that path all the time myself. So if you made it this far in the video, you got the the gold, the gems it's just how it's done. It's how this couple makes millions of dollars a year. They just find something that works and they do it over and over again and they get better and better and better at it. And they learn from mistakes and they learn from their wins and they make their product a little bit better every single day. That's what you have control of doing. Now, how are you going to implement that into your own life and your own journey? How are you going to become money?